Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of For Us Mums. I'm always so excited when it's time to talk to you guys because this is just like my happy place. I'm just always happy to be here. You're welcome, welcome to the For Us Mums community. My name is Belema Izengwa and I am your humble host. So anyway, in today's video, I'm going to be telling you things I wish I could do over if I could go and have my son again in the hospital. This is For Us Mums, a safe space for young women to have real and honest conversations about motherhood. A space for you to feel heard, seen, and understood. And if you're listening, you're absolutely welcome. When I was putting this video together, I was like, I don't think I knew what I was going there to go and do. And you will understand in a couple of minutes. I mean, I knew I was going to go and give birth to a child, but I was like, what? There's so many things I wish I did. And the list for this video was long. I had to pick out things that I'm like, okay, this is not too absurd, right? To put in this episode. So anyway, the first thing I wish I did was make my hair. You guys, I went into labor without making my hair. So I relaxed my hair and you will never believe why. I said, I don't want to make it so I can style it in different ways on the different days. You see why I said that I don't think I knew what I was going to go today? Because why would I ever think that that's a good idea? So if I were to go into labor again, or if I were to have another child, or if I could go back in time, I would most definitely be making my hair because what? I just look like a completely mad woman because of course I wasn't able to style my hair on different days what? My hair was just always scattered and then it just made me feel worse. So if I could go back in time, I would definitely be making my hair 30-inch bust down braids, okay, maybe not 30 inches, but I would definitely have my hair made. The idea of packing your hair into labor or packing your hair when you go and deliver your child, I would highly not recommend because by the time you are done, you'll be looking madder than what you've already went through. The second thing I would do if I could go back in time and if I could do things differently is definitely be more open-minded to having a C-section. So I say this every single episode, but yes, I did have a C-section and it was an emergency C-section. But the thing is that my birth plan while I was going in was to have a regular delivery without epidural, natural delivery, the whole nine, you know what I mean? But it didn't go as planned, which genuinely threw me off. But then again, at that point, I was already tired and ready for anything. But then I wish though that I was more open-minded in the sense that going in, I'm like, okay, this is what I would like. But then if anything goes wrong, I'm very much open to doing this, and this. It shouldn't have gotten to the point of okay, it is a do or die affair, right? I was really, really tired, to be honest, and I was ready I was ready to have that surgery. But then again, my mind, I was not happy about the situation. You know what I mean? But I feel like if I was a bit more open-minded, I would have just not minded. I would have been like, okay, you know what? I don't think it's progressing. I would have even been the one to say, I think we should go ahead and do a C-section. You know what I mean? So yeah, I would have gone into labor with a more open mind than I did. The next thing I would do differently, specifically for my son's labor and delivery, is make sure that my mother is around or be open to the idea of her not being around or prep myself better for her not being around. So my mom lived abroad, right? And she just wasn't able to be around at the time when I was having my son. And so what happened was, it was Chris and I that went to the hospital by ourselves. And then when I came back from the already traumatic labor and delivery that I had, my mother-in-law was around for me. She was here for 1 month. But nothing is like having your mom, to be honest. I feel like when you become a mom, the only person that you truly feel like you can rest around and you can just express yourself around is your own mother, because this is the first time you're relating to her on that level. And apart from that, you just know that she loves you so much, she cares for you deeply. It's just different when you have your mom. Nobody and nothing can replace your mother in this life. That's just how life is. You know what I mean? So yeah, I wish that my mom was around, yes. But then I also wish more that I had mentally prepared myself for her not being around. I wasn't really prepared for that because again, I didn't know what I was coming into. I didn't know how much help I would need after giving birth, and I didn't know how much nurturing and love and compassion and just friendship and just my mother's love. Honestly, I don't know how much of my mom I would need after giving birth, but I know that for my next baby, my mom's going to be around. and I look forward to it. I look forward to it so bad. So yes, that's definitely something I wish I prepped myself for. Because even after my mother-in-law left, because she just stayed for a month, it was now just Chris Itumuzo and myself, and we just had to figure things out in real time as we were going on with raising this new child, and life was still lifing as we were trying to raise this child. It was a very difficult time. So yeah, I wish I prepped better. But what could I have actually done to prep better? I don't know. But that's just what I wish. Like that's something I would do differently. Like I would wish that maybe I would have gotten a help, or I'd have gotten like maybe somebody to be cooking or something. I don't know. But like I'm sure there's something, or there are a few things I could have done to better prep myself for this situation. And still speaking of prepping, the next thing I would have done differently if I could go back in time, or that I would do differently if I could go back in time, was prep for postpartum, not just pregnancy. So pregnancy, Chris and I were on top of it. Like all of my content was recorded like pre-pregnancy, or like even during pregnancy. I found out that I could still record. It wasn't that bad for me. My face didn't look too distorted, and it wasn't that bad. So pregnancy, we were on top of everything, but like we weren't prepared for how tasking emotionally, mentally, and physically postpartum would be, or would have put a lot of things in place before I even went to the hospital. For example, number one, there would have been an in-house cleaner. There would have been someone who was cooking for us. There would have been someone who, Zimuzo would have had a nanny who were prepping and preparing for his homecoming before he even came back home. Like we would have put a lot in place ahead of postpartum before we went into, to give birth to him. So yes, if I could go back in time, we'll definitely do that, because what ended up happening was that Chris was overwhelmed with like managing house stuff, then had to be on site, and then managing work, and then just managing me and my emotions, and then the new baby, and then trying to be here for all of us. So he really, really had a point where he crashed and he burnt, because it was not easy. And then at that time, we were also going through some other things, not in our relationship, but like just with friends and things like that. It was just such an extremely difficult time, and we didn't have as much support as we thought that we would have at that period in our lives. So it was really, really difficult. But thank God, regardless, thank God, because he allows you to go through things so you learn from them, and also he won't put you in a situation to go through what he knows you cannot handle. So thank God for that experience. That was a really, really good time in hindsight. But in the middle of it, no, it wasn't good. It wasn't great, but thank God for that. Another thing I would definitely do differently if I were to have another child, or if I were to go back in time to when I had my first child, is I'm not buying a bassinet. That baby cot thing. For what? It just became wardrobe or storage, or what will I call it. Hardly ever did him just sleep in that thing. He just was, hardly ever did I put him in it. The few times I put him in it, problem. He didn't want to be in it. So like, I was just like, ugh. Yeah, no. If anything, I'd rather make a baby bed, like an actual bed that he will grow into, as opposed to like a cot or a bassinet. It didn't save me. I don't know if it saves other people, but bassinets really didn't save me. I just did dump all our laundry there. Anything that I'm not using was just getting dumped inside there. So it was just like a storage basket as opposed to the baby's bed. And we spent money to buy it. So again, if I were to do it again, I will not be buying a bassinet for anything. You cannot convince me. Okay. And then I think that also other moms have experiences with this, because I've seen someone else post something about, like, when I see a mom adding bassinets to her baby cat or something like that, you're not going to use them. You will not use it. I mean, some people use theirs. Let me know, like, generalize for everybody. But like, yeah, no. I will not be doing that again. There's no point. Another thing I would do if I could go back in time is buy pretty maternity clothes. I didn't know how important this would be to me. Let me tell you. I did not like that I did not look fine postpartum, as in terms of like my outfit and things that I could control. I couldn't control the hyperpigmentation and the swelling and all those things, but I could have at least one like cute maternity clothes. I didn't buy cute maternity clothes. And next time I'm definitely going to buy some, even if it's just like robes or whatever. I don't know. But like, being in the hospital gown, whatever, for like my whole stay in the hospital was not cute. It was not cute. And it was blue. I don't think blue looks nice on me anyway. I'm definitely going to do things differently next time around, so that I don't have to wear like the hospital gown or whatever after giving birth. I would definitely want to wear something pink, something cute, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't want to wear the hospital gown. And I didn't like that. Like, I wore it to, okay, so I said in a couple of videos back, my son was in NICU when he was born. So like, I had to walk to the NICU from my ward in like the hospital gown, looking crazy with my hair that I did not make. You guys, oh my God. The fact that I didn't make my hair, every time I look at my postpartum pictures and videos, I'm just like, bro, please, you could have tried. But next time around, my 30-inch bust down with my cute maternity clothes. Hello, are you playing with me? Also, if I could go back in time, I think another thing I would do differently is eat more healthy meals while I'm breastfeeding. I also talked about this in my breastfeeding video, but yes, I found that you can actually eat healthy food while you're breastfeeding. You don't have to succumb to what your body wants you to eat in terms of like, okay, so when you're breastfeeding, you get very hungry. Just for context, you get very, very hungry, and then you're not craving anything, you're just hungry. So you can literally be sitting down and eating a bar by like 3 in the morning. Do you understand what I mean? And like, not small size about like questionable size. And then the issue is that eating like that and these things make you add weight super fast. If I could go back in time, I would definitely make sure I have like pepper soup, fruit salad, vegetables, and things like that in the house so that if or when I have these heavy cravings, I end up eating something like maybe a cucumber salad or a carrot salad or like mixed veg or something, as opposed to rice, eba, bread, peanut butter, things like that. So yes, that's definitely something I would do differently, because then I think that it would have helped me not add as much weight postpartum, because I did add, you guys, I was like 94 kg at some point. It was crazy. Mind you, I'm 5'2", 94 kg at 5'2". I was just looking like Michelin logo. It was not cute though. It was not cute. I was really looking like Michelin logo. Never again. Never again. And the thing is that it really affects how you see yourself. Like, you then start to feel very conscious of yourself. You don't want to go out, things like that. Your clothes don't fit anymore. It just gets, as it be, honestly. It's not cute. If there's something I would do differently, it would definitely be control the things that I eat when I'm breastfeeding, even no matter how hungry I am, because that whole hunger thing is just because I'm losing energy and my body wants energy back. But it can get the energy from carrots instead of a bar. You know what I mean? Another thing I would do differently is, and I didn't do this because, first of all, I was afraid. Like, when I had my son, I didn't do this because I was afraid. Number two, I didn't really understand how necessary it was at the time. So it is binding my tummy. So I don't support wearing a faja or a waist trainer after giving birth. I don't think it is the right thing to do. However, I think when you are 6 or 8 weeks, after giving birth through a C-section specifically, right? But then when you go for your 6 to 8 week checkup, your doctor can check and tell you that, okay, you've healed enough to do blah, blah, blah. You can wear this. Now, at that point, you can then start to wear a faja. But what I wish I did after giving birth to Zemuzo was bind my tummy, like get a belly binder. So a belly binder is literally like a piece of elastic or stretchy, what would I call it? Not fabric. It has like Velcro on it, and then you can use that to hold and support your stomach muscles, right? Because when they're doing a C-section, they literally pat your abs to bring the baby out. So if you use the belly binder, it then helps to hold things together, and even your incision, it puts a bit of pressure on your incision, which helps in like the whole recovery process. So yes, belly binding after a C-section is definitely something I'll do differently this time, because then it took my tummy a while to like compress after I had Zimuzo. I remember I went for a brand shoot like when Zimuzo was 3 months, and I was looking back at the contents, and I could only use a few clips because I hated how my stomach looked. I really, really hated it. I had lost weight in my body, but my stomach was still like I was like 4 months pregnant, which yeah, no, I didn't like that at all. Like, so many things that I had to adjust to after giving birth. This one is very important. Next time around, if I could go back in time, one thing I would have made sure before even getting out of the hospital, number one, is that my friends can come and see me in the hospital. So for whatever reason, I think it was because I had a C-section or whatever, they didn't allow my friends come to the room the day that they came to come and see me, because they came after I had given birth. So I think I was still in my recovery room at the time. So they didn't allow them to see me. So I was agitated because I wanted to see my friends. But anyway, yes, next time around, they're definitely going to come and see me. Yes. Hello. Yes. And I want them, when I come home, I want them to be in my house already with gist and food and plenty gifts and balloon and See, because there's just something about being welcomed the right way and your friends being there for you. You need it after you give birth. You need, see, especially if your mom is not there, you need your friends to be there heavily. I remember after I had Zooms, or when I came home, I got to the house. First of all, I cried all the way from the hospital to the house. Like I was crying uncontrollably. I could not control myself. My face was swollen when I was coming back home. I looked a mess because I just knew that I was coming home and like I just would have liked better circumstances. And so when I messaged my friends, I was like, oh, I'm at home, oh, Pasha and Ife. I was like, oh, I just got home. Or they were even texting me self, like throughout the whole journey, like, oh, how far, how have you gotten to this? Then I think Ife just asked, like, can we come over? And then I was like, yes, please be coming now. So then, like, after being at home for a little while, they came and then they came to my room and we just like, life felt normal again for the few hours that they were here. So next time around, that's definitely, see, from the hospital, I don't want to hear, oh, they cannot come. I'll just wear my canvas and be going downstairs. Now, another thing I would definitely be doing next time around, and if I could go back, in fact, maybe next time around, I'll even buy myself two, is a push present. I'm definitely going to spend a big enough bag on whatever I get myself for my push present. I'm thinking like a good Toke Makima luxury shopping spree. That's what I want to do for myself. I'm going to buy the Vistosa bag and I'm going to buy the scarf and Vogue perfume. Just like a nice, for myself. I'm definitely going to be spending a lot on myself because you know what? I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it like mad. So yes, I will be getting myself a very lovely push present. I'll be spending a good amount of money just for myself, just to make myself feel like I appreciate me. Yeah. And maybe I'll buy a little extra because I did not buy it for myself when I had Zumzo. So next time I will buy more. Yeah. And by God's grace, I'll have the money. Yeah. So I'll be buying myself a very nice push present. If not that, I'll get myself like gold or like, see, something significant because it's important. Yes, other people appreciate you and everything, but it's important that you appreciate yourself, that I appreciate myself because I have done well. Do you understand? I have done very well. So I will be buying myself I will be splurging on my push presents from myself to myself. Yeah. If I could go back in time, I will not be hard on myself for adding weight, for having postpartum depression, for not figuring things out on time, for just like so many things I was hard on myself. So many things I was hard on myself for, I will not be hard on myself for at all. I will give myself so much more grace. Like, I will be so graceful with myself because honestly, now that I know better, I had no business criticizing myself or being as harsh on myself as I was. No business doing that. So yes, next time around, I definitely will be very, very merciful and compassionate to myself, just for my mental health and even just emotionally, physically. I think that's what will help me recover quicker. Or that's what would have helped me recover quicker last time. So yeah. Oh, and another thing, the very, very last thing is I will not be doing exclusive breastfeeding. Yes, thank you so much for yes, I'm an honorable woman, virtuous woman, everything. I did that thing with Zemuzo 1 year and 1 week. And I promised myself, like at different points in time, I promised myself, I said, never again. Never again. Next child, you will drink formula and you'll be fine. You will drink formula and you will be fine. And anywhere I feel like I want to stop breastfeeding, at any point in time where I'm like, okay, yeah, no. If it's 6 months, so if it's 3 months, so if it's 9 months, so I'm stopping. Nothing and nobody will pressure me into exclusively breastfeed. What? That was a lot for me. And it's just a personal choice. I salute anybody else that can do it. People do it for 3 years, 2 years. Fine. Personally, it's just not worth the stress. I know that the child will be fine and your immune system will be great or whatever. The child's skin will be popping and all that. All well and good, but I will not be doing exclusive ever again in my life. I would pump and I will put in the freezer. I would pump and I will give the baby. I will breastfeed as well, but we're definitely going to be supplementing with something else because the stress of breastfeeding on me was, it was too much for me to decide to go and do the same thing again. Exclusive what? No. No. So yeah, second child, we're going to do purees for you. You're going to eat baby food. You're going to take formula, and then you will have breast milk as well. There will be other alternatives so that I don't myself, okay, so that I don't please. So yeah, those are a few things that I would definitely be doing differently if I could go back in time, and also for the next time whenever I choose to have a second child. Anyway, let me know in the comments if you have anything that you're going to do differently for yourself. I don't know if other people think like this even, but if you're watching this video or listening to this episode and you think, this is something I would have done differently, please drop a comment, let me know so we can have the conversation in the comments. And if you're not yet a mom and you learned one or two things, or you're going to be a mom soon and you learned one or two things, let me know in the comments as well. I will be seeing you guys in our next video. Until then, please take care of yourselves, be very gentle with yourselves, and I love you so much. Bye.